everyone, this is Iris, and today's hair tutorial is brought to you by the TI or the T Creative Styling Duo Bundle. And this bundle features the matching flat iron, dryer, and clutch. Absolutely adorable. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned and watch this tutorial, which features this style. It can be used for prom or any other formal event. And again, you never have to do the style exactly as I do it. You can always be inspired by the looks that I bring to you. So I hope again that you'll stay tuned and watch the rest of this tutorial. The first thing you want to do is you want to section a large portion of your bangs and set it aside with a clip. Like so. And then you want to flat iron the top of your hair, which is going to be swept to the side as a ponytail. So you want to take out any bumps or waves from your hair. If your hair is already straight, well then you don't have to do this step. But since I do have some wave to my hair, I do have to take them off with this wonderful flat iron. Next thing you want to do once it has been completely straightened is you want to get a real neat side ponytail. And all I'm doing is I'm just brushing it to the side, making sure that I clear it from any bumps or just make it look really neat. Then I'm going to take my hairspray, and if you want to see what type of hairspray I'm using, you can go to the information box. I will put a link to it there. And I'm just going to spray it just to make it a lot easier to hold down in style. And then I'm going to take a hair tie, and without moving the ponytail too much, I'm going to run it through and tie it down. Now, it's very important not to move the ponytail around because then you're going to get a lot of bumps on it and you'll have to go and do it all over again. So, as you can see, I'm making sure not to move it too much. And then this part is optional, but what I'm doing is I'm just waving my hair. I have a more in-depth tutorial for how to do this technique, but all I'm doing is just swiping it back and forth to create this type of wave on my hair. And you can straighten your hair, you can add curls to it, it's up to you. This flat iron also does curls, but I really wanted to give my hair sort of like a wavy texture. And that's what it will pretty much look like once you are done. Now I'm going to work on the top section of my hair. I'm going to divide it into 3 sections. Before I do that, I'm going to put some mousse in my hair, and this styling mousse is also from beautychoice.com. You can go to the information box to see what type it is. And all I'm doing is just taking the excess mousse and I'm just using it to wipe down any flyaways that I may have. And just making sure that I run it through all of my hair. Then using the dryer that comes with this bundle, I'm going to dry the mousse in my hair. It'll just kind of speed things up a little bit. Otherwise you can just let it air dry. And once it has completely dried, then I'm going to go ahead and start working on it. And like I said, I'm going to divide it into 3 sections. And taking just a section with my hair, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to clip it off to the side, making sure not to disturb the rest of my hair because remember we are keeping it in a side swept ponytail. And I'm just going to divide it into another section there, getting a little hair clip out of my box. And just clip it down, again making sure not to disturb the rest of the hair. I'm going to start working with this section of my hair. All I did is I flat ironed it all the way down, but on the bottom I am manipulating it so that it is like a little curl at the bottom. I like to work with the flat iron when I'm doing this style because I don't have to work with one particular size barrel. I can actually manipulate the curl to be any size that I want. And what I'm doing here is I'm just pinning down the hair as it is still warm. And for this second section, I'm curling it upward and then curling the tip inward. And again, I'm just going to pin it down as the curl is still warm. And I'm going to let it cool off in the little pin curls. I'm going to do the same thing with the last piece. Again, taking the flat iron and moving it upward like a rainbow, and then curling the tips all the way in. You can't do this with the curling iron, I don't think. It doesn't really move the hair the way the flat iron does. So I'm just going to take some hairspray, spray it down, and I'm going to let it cool off like this. I'm just going to take the blow dryer and I'm going to speed up the process a little bit by kind of blowing some cool air on it. And then I'm just going to take the pin curls down. Once they're all down, I'm just going to run my fingers through it and then take a brush and run it through to kind of create one big curl. Then I'm going to give it all one last swipe with a flat iron, and this is just going to kind of lift it. And this is the tricky part. I'm just going to take the middle of the bangs and push them forward in an S position. And I'm not going to let go. With the other hand, I'm going to pin a bobby pin, and I'm going to try to hide the bobby pin as much as possible. So now the bobby pin is holding this curl down. And then the ends, I'm just going to pin them down with some more bobby pins. And you can use a couple of mirrors to do this. I'm not using a mirror, but in the front, I'm just going to take my fingers and lift it and spray some hairspray and then use the blow dryer to style it down. And I'm pretty much done. All I'm going to do is just do some final touches. One thing I'm doing is I'm grabbing a section of hair and I'm going to braid it. You don't have to braid it, you can just leave it as it is. And once the braid is complete, I'm going to take it and wrap it around the elastic just to kind of hide it and to give the hair a little extra texture and a different type of touch. And then once it's wrapped fully around, I'm going to take a bobby pin and pin it downward from behind. And this is just going to secure the braid in place. I'm going to take one more bobby pin and pin it down as well. And then I'm going to take my favorite flower and pin it on the side. You can pin it on any side that you want. And you're pretty much done. I hope that you enjoyed this real simple but elegant tutorial and that you do use it for a formal event. And don't forget that it comes with the TI bundle. This is the flat iron, which does have the titanium plates, and it has this convenient little area for your fingers, as well as the temperature adjustment buttons there, the matching blow dryer, and the little clutch where you can carry the flat iron in, which is absolutely cute. And this entire bundle is available at beautychoice.com. I hope you've been inspired.